Hello, and welcome to the More Cheese Less Whiskers podcast. My name is Dean Jackson, and today we're doing a simulcast with the Listing Agent Lifestyle podcast. And it's September now, back in Florida. It's new school year. I always love to think of my time as on an academic year, and I had a great summer. Went all over the world, went to London and Amsterdam and Toronto, and got back just in time for the hurricane. But while I was there in Amsterdam, our fourth annual Breakthrough Blueprint event with my good friend Eelco de Boer. And when I'm in Amsterdam, one of the things that we do is record a periodic podcast that does kind of the year in marketing for both of us. Eelco is the guy in the Netherlands for marketing, and we have really great conversations. And this is one of those conversations. And we talk, about a lot of things and kind of reflect on the developments and the things that we've done over the last 12 months or the last year since we get together, and compare notes and talk about what we see for the future. So I think this is going to be a delightful episode for you. And then it's a nice thing to set the table as I look forward to November this year when I go to Australia and do the same thing with James Schramko. We do an annual podcast, which is, I get to see what's been going on in Australia. So I think you're going to enjoy this episode, and here we go.
Mr. Jackson in the building.
In the house.
In the house.
What do you call this now?
The cave.
The cave. This is great. I always envy your Virgin Megastore sign.
Yeah.
Yeah, since the first time I laid eyes on it.
Let me see if we got the remote control. I don't know where we have
the video.
Can you put it on?
Oh, turn on the sign.
Yeah, of course.
I would have that thing on all the time.
Yeah, we should.
Yeah.
You know the story behind it, right?
I do, because I was immediately drawn to it. The first time I walked into your old man cave when we did the first event, it was just like a center.
Yeah.
Because I've got really good feelings about the Virgin Megastore, because that's where I used to go and write stuff. And one of the greatest things, millions of dollars from writing the very first money-making website in the Virgin Megastore.
Did you write the Stop Your Divorce in the Virgin Megastore?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
But I did write money-making websites there. Yeah. And so many other things.
Yeah.
But it's the place.
Have you ever written sales pages handwritten or always?
Always handwritten.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, never anything but.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's something about the hand. Now this is like the big insight of the last year. This is what I like about doing this periodic podcast is, the reflection on what's happening, the evolution. And so now my whole thing, everything that I'm really geared to trying to do is get it so that all I do is talk.
Yeah.
And when I realized that that's really the very best thing, it's really been a big change for me.
Yeah.
I think last year we talked about I must have talked about the MOO method, the multiplied oral output.
Yeah.
Just talking, doing the podcasts, and having them transcribed, and somebody having a writer who takes and creates those emails
that's so good, man.
3 times a week, right? So I don't write any of those anymore.
But that's been a big game changer.
It has been.
Yeah.
Because it goes out even while I'm traveling and I'm here. It's like they're going out, and people, they look at me shocked when I say that I don't write any of them.
Nothing. And it's really your voice.
But it is my voice, because I said everything in there.
Yeah.
And so that goes a long way. But really the truth of that is that the fastest bandwidth way to get something from your mind into a digital format is through your mouth.
Yeah.
There's nothing
It's true.
faster
It's
until
true.
we get a way to just suck your thoughts out.
Yeah.
Through your mouth is the fastest way.
Yeah.
And when you get it out in your mouth, when you get it out by talking it and then transcribe it, now it's digital,
Yeah.
and somebody can take it and edit it and, make it print and
Yeah.
all kinds of different uses for it.
Yeah.
But to spend any amount of time, I try and really get to the point where I'm not doing anything that requires opposable thumbs.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And so that makes a big difference.
Yeah.
We did, when I was talking about that, trying to get to the point where everything I'm doing is talking. I do the Joy of Procrastination podcast with Dan Sullivan. And that whole idea, there's zero procrastination
Yeah.
in talking.
Yeah.
Joe Polish and I we spent a day with Ben Hardy, who's #1 writer on Medium. He wrote the book Willpower Doesn't Work. And he's working on his new book, but he was struggling a little bit writing. And we were joking, but I said, you know what? I never get talker's block.
Yeah.
You never get talker's block.
No.
You get writer's block. That's when true. You're sitting down trying to wiggle into doing something.
Yeah, that's true. That's why the 90-minute book concept is such a great concept.
That's it. When I realized that was the way, that's 5 years now, maybe something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that was how I was writing books, was talking and then getting them transcribed and edited into a book. And by the way, that's not, Gary Vaynerchuk, every book he's ever written has been that way. Yeah. And a lot of authors, any of these celebrities that are writing
Richard Branson doesn't write his own books.
Oh, they're not writing.
Kiyosaki's not writing his books.
Nobody's writing. They're talking, and a ghostwriter is turning that into written stuff. So that I can't recommend it enough. But people don't realize that it's okay to just do the talking.
Yeah, it's about the idea, about the concept, about the words. It's not about the writing.
Yes.
Well, it is about writing, but somebody else is probably better at writing.
Right, but it's about being an author.
Yeah,
and that's the distinction: is not having to write get in your way of being an author.
Yeah,
that you can have the authorship of an idea.
Yeah,
the authority of it, that it's your idea and you created it without having to actually write it.
Yeah,
yeah.
So what do you think of Amsterdam? How's Amsterdam treating you?
I love it. So 4th time to Amsterdam. And I love the city. It's such a cool place.
Yeah.
Nice vibes.
Yeah. What's the difference with my groups, because every year we do the Breakthrough Blueprint, and the other groups, when you do it by yourself or...
So, funny, there's some differences. Like, I think that first of all, there's more introverts, it seems like a definite thing. But that may be partly language things that they're, because we're doing it in English and some, so being expressive or whatever in English may be a different thing. But very, very thoughtful and very holistically approaching their business and their life, which is the most attractive to me. Is a lot more questions about lifestyle stuff than hard driving, so much scaling, growing big businesses. So I love that because that really resonates with me,
Yeah. That's good.
What do you think?
I've been to London once.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think it's more new for the Dutch audience.
Mm-hmm.
Like the whole idea of really doing the 9-word emails and the super signature and really, I think it's more new for the Dutch people. And and also I think a big difference as well is that most of the people that come to your other events, they 100% know you.
Yes.
They show up because they're on your list and they've been following you, and And with this group, not everybody knows you.
Right.
For a lot of them, it's like a surprise. Like, who's this guy?
Who is this guy? Whatever Eelco's doing, I'm in.
Yeah, and
if Eelco says it's good.
well,
then-
and because of people talk about you, it's because they've been to the other events, and it's a real thing.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
for some, it's like they get
Or Skyping in or Zooming in for one of your bigger events. Yeah.
So it's I think that's probably a difference as well.
Yeah.
Like the other groups, they might be a little bit more advanced with your material.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I never thought of it like that, but that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
but speaking about super signatures,
are we going to talk about this? Are we really going to talk about this?
I mean, you brought it up.
That's true.
4 years later.
Are you gonna,
5 years.
Are you going to embarrass me on the periodic podcast?
I'm not going to embarrass you. I'm just going to I'm opening it up to conversation, and we'll see whatever you want to do with it.
Yeah, man. I tried it. Didn't work. So when did we start the super signature? Do you know, Sebas? I think January or something? February. So like 6 months ago, because I made this, I reflected on my email behavior. And I'm training people on email marketing, like for a long time. And in January I did a challenge. It's called the Internet Fasting Challenge. It was an online challenge. We got thousands of people join, and but it's the first challenge I ever did. And Dolly, our friend, she's the queen of challenges. She built her whole business on challenges. So she followed my challenge, seeing what I was doing. And in my challenge, we ended the challenge with a webinar. And on the webinar, I closed for my program. It's called Master Moves. And it was great. Like, we had a 5x investment, return on investment. So all the ad spend, we got a 5x within a week. So that was great. And so I was all happy about the challenge, and and then I had a meeting with Dolly, and she was like, "Well, can I be honest?" I was like, "Sure." Well, your email behavior, it kind of sucks. I was like, "What do you mean?" Well, you're pushing and pressuring people into, like, because you have the webinar, and like everybody had to attend the webinar, and like really blasting for the webinar. And of course, in first hand, I was like, "Yeah, come on, I'm the email guy. You're not gonna tell me that my emails suck." And then I was like, "Oh, let me check," because we had a lot of unsubscribes during that challenge, and like, okay, you get 5,000 people on the list, and then a week later you get like 1,500 unsubscribes or whatever. And I never really checked the unsubscribes, but now I saw that, like, this is interesting. And then I checked, like, let me go back like 1 or 2 years and check all the emails I ever sent. And I'm a relaxed guy, my if you look at my Instagram posts, they're good and they're inspirational. When you listen to my podcast, it's relaxed and valuable. When you look at my videos, it's good. Everything is good. My webinars, they're masterpieces. My programs are amazing. My emails, like, I'm just this peer pressuring guy, like pressure. So I just checked my emails for the last 2 years, and I got really ashamed. I was like, wow. And then I noticed, like, this is the biggest business leak that I have. Like, everything is on point, or pretty good, at least pretty good. And this was a big leak. I was just this different persona by email. And I don't know when I started that, but in the last 2 years, like 80 or 90% of the emails, they were all with one reason. That's just to get a click. Yes. A click to whatever. And then I realized, like, man, this is hurting my business, and I don't want to be that guy. And then I was like, oh, maybe I'll after 4 years of listening to you, I'll try the super signature thing. And so what we used to do, and what we still do, we do a lot of webinars, and that's our main way of doing business. And so we send an email for a webinar. That's what we used to do. And now what we do is we provide value. So it could be, go figure. Could be like 12 sentences, could be 3 sentences, could be whatever. And then the super signature, PS, these are 4 ways I can help you with your business.
Whenever you're ready.
Yeah. And in the PS, we promote the webinars. And now we have less people on the webinars, but it's consistent.
Yeah.
So I don't need to send out solo emails for a webinar, for example.
Right.
And now we get people on the webinar who actually really want to be on the webinar, because they saw the value thing, and then they see, oh, so I rotate a lot of PSs now. So we rotate for 2 weeks, and we could talk about that as well. But one of the PSs is, hey, I'm doing a webinar. We got 2 different webinars, so 2 different PSs. One other PS is, it's not even a PS, but it's 4 ways. One is my podcast, one is my next event, and one is my YouTube channel. And it's been really consistent. And so it just really works. Every week it works. And we see way more consistency in the business. And we actually get people who are really happy with receiving the emails.
Oh, yeah. That's the best part.
Which is something we never had, obviously,
right.
because I was this pressuring guy. And so that's been a big game changer. And so, yeah, we applied the super signature, and guess what? Works.
Guess what?
Yeah.
4 years later.
Yeah.
That's the best. Yeah, that funny. Yeah, I mean, it's amazing to me how well it works and how consistently, because now it's like I've been doing it for so long, just the consistent thing.
Yeah.
So my big breakthrough around lead conversion this year has been the realization that what we're really pursuing is we're pursuing now.
Yeah.
And as soon as I really understood, and I understand it now in a deeper, more profound way, that the only 2 time frames there are is now and not now. And that it's okay if it's not now for someone. It doesn't matter whether it's not now on its way to 90 days or 9 months. It doesn't matter. If it's not now, it's just not now.
Yeah.
And this whole, really shifting the mindset about your list and list building into a mindset of building an asset.
Yeah.
That the asset is the number of people who you have regular communication with. Yeah. And the bigger that number is, where they are paying attention to you and reading your valuable emails, that the odds are over time that at some point it's going to be now. Yeah. And you're going to be there. Right.
Yeah.
And this whole idea that, I've got a definition for brand now that's been new and is pretty exciting. That, because we hear it all the time, right? You got to build a brand, you got to establish a brand, but nobody can really explain what a brand is, right? And so I decided on an acronym for brand, like BRAND. That the one that fits for me is what we're trying to, and establish is the right word. We're trying to establish, like get it rooted in there, a brand, which is a buying reflex affecting now decisions. So if you have established a brand in somebody's mind, that the moment that they're faced with a now decision, their reflex is to think of you, that's when you've done your job.
Yeah.
And people talk about that, like, Coca-Cola as like the big global worldwide brand, that if somebody says to you, would you like a drink? Or what, if you're at a restaurant and they say what to drink, that the buying reflex is
Coke.
Have a Coke.
Yeah.
Right. And they've done that to billions of people all over the world. They have the widest distribution of any brand globally, which is really interesting. Like in deepest, most remote parts of the world, you can get Coca-Cola, and so the distribution of that. But establishing that brand, it seems daunting or overwhelming. Like they say, how are you going to unseat the winner, like the leader in a category and stuff? And when you realize that the only value of a brand is that it's established in the mind of one individual, right? So you don't have to, and it's impossible to think that you're going to, unseat a market leader at the scale that they are overall, but you have one at a time, you have an opportunity to win the hearts and minds of individuals, as many as you can reach and establish that brand in, you know? And there's something to that. There's something, you go to local markets. I don't know how whether this works in Amsterdam or in the Netherlands, that in the US, a big thing now is microbrews, like breweries that are,
we have them.
You have microbreweries. So if you go to a particular town.
Yeah, we have many of them here in Amsterdam.
Yeah, so you go there and you may go in a pub or go into a restaurant and somebody might order that brand of microbrew because they've established a buying reflex in that group of people, right? Whereas all the way on the other side of the country, in that non-local market, they may not even have heard of that. That brand, right? So it's really about figuring out where you, what the scope of what you're trying to accomplish, and establishing it for one person at a time, and at whatever scale you can afford. But when you're establishing that brand, you got to think about how many people can I afford to establish that brand 100% of the way. It all made sense when I heard Roy Williams, a big radio advertising guy, talk years ago about the choice in radio is that, do you want to convince 100% of the people 10% of the way, or do you want to convince 10% of the people 100% of the way? And talking about reach or frequency. And so often people want to reach as many people as they can with their message, when the reality is that you're better off to constrain to a smaller group of people and convince them 100% of the way. Make that your choice, you know? But good. It's fun. I mean, and that's really where this super signature of understanding now versus not now, that if every day, we take all of your prospects, when we take 100 prospects that you've generated today, and we know that, and I think we've talked about this in a few further earlier podcasts, that our ideal come from is that the guiding thought that we have is that just that half of the people that inquire today are going to do something in the category in whatever they've inquired about in the next 2 years. And only 15% of them are going to do it in the first 90 days. So it means 5 times more people are going to do something 90 days or more. And if we're running ads to bring people to a webinar and then hammering them to get them to come on that webinar now, without the regard for that maybe they're a little bit later down the road, you end up chasing them away, like you were saying, with their 100%. Unsubscribes because they're not ready. Right? It's not now. No. Now's not the time. And so to have that mindset that we're going to allow people to, be on your list, allow people to move at their own time. And that's where I had this visual of taking, if we were to line up, like imagine visualizing a row of LED lights, okay, that are stacked on top of each other. There's 100 LED lights in a row going from the bottom to the top. And that each day you get to flip the switch on that light row and see that everybody who's ready now will turn green. That the light thing will turn green. So bloop, you flip the switch, and there's 3 people that are green and ready to go right now. And then each day you get to flip that switch and see who's ready today. And if you were to do that every day for 2 years, that you could flip that switch, and you would see that 50 out of those 100 will have bought something regarding whatever it is that they inquired about.
Yeah.
And that's kind of a that's a fun thing where even if that's why I get people into this mindset of doing at the very least a weekly email.
Yeah.
And then you're sending that super signature once the week saying, plus whenever you're ready, here's 4 ways we can help you.
Yeah.
And they get the opportunity. It's the equivalent of flipping the switch, and the ones that are ready can reach out to you.
Yeah, man, it's so much better. I get people reposting my emails on social media, and all that stuff never happened.
Right.
And now people like waiting for the email. So every Sunday we have 7 weekly wisdoms, and so that's now a theme that we do every week, and then we send 2 or 3 emails.
Nice.
With just sometimes short sentence, sometimes a good email.
I like it.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
And we we have a 2-week variation of all the super signatures. So I have 14 different super signatures. So we
Why'd you have to make it so complicated?
No, well, it took me like an hour or 2 hours to make. So so that mixes it up as well. It's good. It's nice.
That's good. Well, I'm super excited that you're on the super signature train now.
Might do the 9-word email one day.
Hey, wait a second.
A couple of years,
Yeah, once it got reunited with your best friend from...
Yeah. That was a funny
story. Yeah. So I'm super excited about that as a, as a thing, that this whole lead conversion idea of, now, not now.
Yeah.
And the establishing a brand as you're buying reflex.
Yeah.
That's really what the thing is. I don't know whether I shared this, but a couple, it probably was about a year ago now, that I had somebody in my real estate group in our one of the forums posted up a question, and they said, does anybody know where I can get carpet replaced today? Because we have a closing tomorrow and we need to get it replaced. The painters just spilled paint all over the carpet and it's ruined. And what I realized, what happened, I tell people, it was both startling and amazing at the same time, because my mind, without even thinking about it reflexively, that's really how this works. My mind started singing the Empire Flooring jingle from the commercial that had been running for over 20 years, smuggled into my brain, waiting for me to be triggered by somebody saying same day carpet. And I started 800-588-2300 Empire. And it was just like, I felt like a passenger. Like I felt like I wasn't in control of my brain just then, that happened against my will. I couldn't have stopped that if I wanted to. And I had never thought of it until that moment. And I thought, man, that's just, now you get it. And now that opened up, I see all these other people who are doing the same thing. All these attorneys on the TV that are trying to get me to remember that with their, hurt in a car, call William Attar. And, Safe Light Auto Repair for the replacement glass, and all these people that are like establishing this brand in my mind.
That's cool.
There's something to it. It's just amazing how our brains work.
For me, last year, since the last episode, what I really fell in love with is I call it creating marketing masterpieces.
Yes.
And the way I do it is now mostly with video and webinars. So I just really take the time to really work on something that is just the best work that I can make. And it's you make it once and it can work for you forever.
Yes.
And so I created 2 pieces last year. One took me a couple of months to create, and it's a 4-hour video. And I tested this 18 months ago. I created a video. It took me also like a long time to create it.
And do you serve that up to people in one shot?
No.
Like they watch one 4-hour thing?
Yeah.
That's what I mean. When they go to watch it,
it's one video.
4 hours.
Yeah. And the first call to action is after 75 minutes.
Okay.
And but with my first video, I remember when I created it, a lot of slides and like really put a lot of work in, and I wasn't sure if it's gonna work. And I recorded a video, but I don't record a video in one time. Like I record a 2-hour video in like 15 times.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to redo it 15 times, but 15 pieces.
Yes.
And then I'll have Sabas edit the video.
Yes.
Because if you talk for 2 hours, your voice
your voice gets stuff.
And you need a good energy in the video. Yeah. And so we made it. We created the video, and then I had Sabas edit the video. And when he was done, he looked at me almost sad, like, and disappointed, like, I'm sorry, but the video is 2 hours and 8 minutes. And I was like, fuck, 2 hours and 8 minutes is way too long. Like, this is not going to work. I'm probably going to annoy people. And we launched a video, and it was the highest converting video and the most profitable week that I ever had in my life. And I was like, wow, this actually works. And not just that, like, a lot of people were talking about the video because I really enjoyed watching the video. And because it's just like my best work, and really captivating and valuable, and gave a lot of people great insight, and even friends that one of my best friends from back in the days, like he's not entrepreneurial, but he's on my list, and he clicked the video. He was he was replacing his tires at a tire center, and he couldn't stop watching the video. And I was like, wow, I'm onto something. And it was the best week of the business ever. And then last year, I really took a lot of time, like literally months, to create a better version of that video. And that's a 4-hour video. And it's working. Like, it's working consistently. And I remember when I launched that video, I was having dinner with a friend, and we were talking about it. And it's like, right now, at this moment, I'm having the best sales conversation that I could ever create with hundreds of people at this moment. And so, like, and that combined with the super signature, it's just such a great thing, because with the super signature, it's super low key.
So they can go start that journey at any time, because one of your super signature items is watch this epic video. Do you call it a video or a webinar?
I call it a marketing masterpiece.
Marketing masterpiece.
Yeah.
So great.
Yeah.
How do you not want to see what a marketing masterpiece looks like?
So when we launched it as a webinar. We didn't say it's a webinar. We said, now there's a live viewing party of the marketing masterpiece. And people wanted to see the marketing masterpiece. And you can build a story around the video. Like, it took me months to create. And I went to Bucharest to finish the video, and it didn't work. Like,
oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe you went to the wrong place. I remember you got the Four Seasons, the wrong Four Seasons, right? You made a reservation in Budapest, and you went to Bucharest.
I wanted to stop laughing, Sebas.
Oh, that's funny though.
I wanted to go to a Four Seasons in Europe.
Yeah.
And so
the Budapest one is beautiful.
So I went there with my wife 6 months ago. But I wanted to go earlier. So I went online, and Four Seasons Europe, Budapest. Okay, cool. Let me book a ticket to Budapest.
Okay.
And then went to book a ticket. And then I wanted to book the hotel in Bucharest. I was like, where's the Four Seasons in Bucharest? And I was like, because I just bought a ticket to Bucharest. And I was like, screw it, man. I bought a ticket to Bucharest instead of Budapest. So I went to Bucharest to finish the video, to create
at the Holiday Inn.
Well, I think it was a Hyatt. It was okay, but it wasn't Four Seasons Budapest.
Yeah.
And so I didn't finish the video there. And but yeah, I built this whole story around the video, and it's working now, and it'll still work in 2 years, 3 years, 4 years.
Yeah.
And we're going to translate in English, and it's going to build.
Still waiting.
Yeah, I know.
So is it all slides or some live action?
There's
all slides, and
I think there's 2 or 3 live actions, and you're included in one of them.
oh, great! Yeah.
So there's like a 1-minute clip of
Yes.
you where you talk about the whole stop your divorce
Right.
thing, and so it's all slides.
Yes.
It's actually, I never told this, but the 4-hour video is 3,800 slides.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's 10 slides per minute. Every
Wow.
6 seconds, it's a new slide.
Wow.
And it's funny because when I tell people, they're like, "Yeah, but it'll never work."
Right.
I told my father-in-law, because he's fascinated about like how the way I do business.
Yeah.
And Daniela, my wife, tells him like, "Oh man, well, he just launched a video and did this and this and this," and he loves it when I'm making money. He just like,
oh, that's fun.
yeah, and
My baby girl's gonna be okay.
exactly. And so my wife explained like, like this PowerPoint with this many thousand slides, and he was like, "Yeah, well, that'll never work. Can't work." So I got home and he was there, and he's like, "Well, one thing about the video, like you should like remove the slides because PowerPoint doesn't work." Like, because I remember, and he's from corporate business. Like I remember when we had PowerPoints, people were sleeping after 40 minutes. Plus, people's attention span can never be longer than 40 minutes.
Yeah.
So I asked him like, "Have you ever been to a movie? And
exactly.
do you fall asleep after 40 minutes?"
Yeah,
or?
no, people binge watch.
Yeah.
They binge watch all the time.
Yeah, and it's these assumptions we all have about certain things. And I created that video pure by like instinct, gut feeling, like knowledge from the past, obviously. And it's like this is just captivating. This will work.
Mm-hmm.
And so we got now I have 2. I have a 4-hour and a 5-hour 15-minute version.
Wow.
And they're all just really.
So do you say that in the super? Watch this 4-hour.
No.
You do the whole thing.
No.
But it's all one video. So they go and they start.
Yeah.
And they're going to bookmark their spot and come back and watch the whole thing.
It's really a thing. Like I was at the gym, and there was a guy come up to me, and he showed me all the screenshot he made from the video, because he was like, "Yeah, there's so much knowledge in the video, and it really does something to people."
Yeah.
And so that's been a big game changer for my business, to really create one piece that can work for years.
Mm-hmm.
And instead of all like 1,000 small pieces, like no, just one piece, and that'll drive the business.
Yes.
And which it forces you to really think deeply about what you're going to say and how you're going to say it, and what aren't you going to say, and how can you make it in a way that it could survive years and years and years.
Right.
So I'm not talking about Facebook ads in the video.
Right.
I'm not like it's super.
That's exactly the context is what doesn't change.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And exactly. And so it's 100% timeless, and the offer is timeless. And so that's been when I look at my business, it's been a huge game changer.
Mm-hmm.
And most people will never do it.
Yep.
That's why it's competitive, because, and I'm a good marketer. So, and me as a good marketer spending months on one piece.
Yeah.
And
I know it's against, and I'm like that as the kind of speed content creator, right?
Yeah.
So for me to be thinking about creating something epic like that, which I am, and I shared with you, that when I go from here, I'm heading back to Toronto and would be there for a month. And that's my intention is, while I'm there, creating something that I shared with you, creating this series of an epic video that's like really putting in the effort to put something together.
Yeah, it's so good when you really make something where you're really proud of as a marketer. Like, man, this is really, really good.
Yeah.
And if that's the intention, it's gonna survive time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's something about that, because we're definitely, we reward as a society things that are, that take time and effort.
Mm-hmm.
That's funny how, it's like that, like movies or, art, works of art.
Yeah.
That's really the whole thing.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I look at somebody like Quentin Tarantino.
Yeah.
as an example
Yeah.
of something like that as an artist, in a way that, he's going to do 10 movies, and this one coming up is his ninth movie.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's, I wonder how that's going to play out. But looking back at his catalog, it's kind of that'll stand the test of time for a long time. All his movies are timeless. And,
I had a conversation with Dolly about it like last week, and about like content creation.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's so easy to create a lot of content nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
You can post 2, 3, 4 posts a day on Instagram. You can put on a new YouTube video every day and all that stuff. And or you can really like do it the Tarantino way. And what you create has to be 10 out of 10.
Mm-hmm.
It has to be amazing. And if you do that, like even if you would send out 1 email a month, but it's the most amazing, valuable email. It's funny, I got an email from John Reese a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
And it was like this 20-page email.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, well, the guy doesn't send out 5 emails a week or a daily email.
But it's like when you get an email from him,
it's interesting.
It's an event.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And so I was thinking, like, imagine like having an Instagram page where you post once a month, but it's like the most amazing thing ever.
I was just with John in Miami, just the day before I saw you in Miami. Actually, we spent 2 days together, like nonstop, and so it's funny that you got an email from him.
Well, it's the same thing with a $1 million launch.
Yeah,
in 2005, I think it was, when he launched Traffic Secrets. That was a marketing masterpiece.
Yes.
The whole thing was perfectly orchestrated.
Yes.
And that's why it was $1 million launch.
Yes.
And it wasn't no half stuff. No, the sales page was amazing.
Yes.
The affiliate, like everything was good.
Yes.
The product was really great.
Yes.
It was really well orchestrated.
Yes.
And it's good. I'm falling more in love with really orchestrating great stuff.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
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 The other thing about content, we talked a little bit about things being like timely. Like I like contexts that are timeless.
Mm-hmm.
We just
that's what I meant, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a show in I'm sure you have part of it here too, but in the US, the longest running show, news type show on television is 60 Minutes. And they've had the same format for 50 years.
Yeah.
That was, every Sunday night at 7:00, you can count on it, right? Tick, 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 tick. 60 Minutes, 3 20-minute or 15-minute to 20-minute segments about the 3 most fascinating, timeless things that are, or timely kind of things that are going on.
Yeah,
But the context of Sunday night, the 3 most fascinating things that are going on right now, that is timeless. It's kind of a, there's something about that we're always knowing the difference between the things that we're going to be, that are going to continue for, I was used 25 years as a benchmark, the framework kind of
What's the idea of
thing.
The name 60 Minutes? I never got that.
That's how long the show is.
No.
What do you mean?
I think it's like 20 minutes, right?
No, the show is 60 minutes.
Yeah, it is.
The show is 60 minutes long.
Ah.
And in that is 3 20-minute segments or 15, whatever with commercials, 15 to 17-minute segments.
Because we don't have it here.
Oh, okay.
And when I watch it online, it's like, but this whole show is like 15 or 17 minutes. Why it's called 60 minutes?
Yeah, because they show the individual segments on thing. Yeah, that's what 60 minutes
okay.
is. This in 60 minutes, it's a deep dive into the things that are going on right now. Yeah. So they might do something about Iran right now, and whatever's happening, or the whatever's going on in the news. Yeah.
What's the one of the best movies you watched last year?
Last year, What is one of the best movies I've seen? I'll tell you what is overtaking my mind. As you said, the best movies is I'm excited right now to see today, hopefully, this Yesterday movie. Have you seen the concept of it? So it's a Danny Boyle movie, and this guy is a musician who's, struggling in the UK, and he's about to give up. But then as he's driving home from one of his gigs, he gets hit by a bus, and at the exact moment, the lights or the power or something happens all over the world that when he wakes up out of his coma, that nobody remembers the Beatles. Everything about the Beatles has been wiped off the face of the earth, and he's the only one that remembers. So his girlfriend, buys him a guitar, and they're at a picnic, and he's playing Yesterday, and they're all sitting around the table and going, "That's the most beautiful song I've ever heard. When did you write that one?" They think he wrote it, right? Wow. And it's so funny because he's the only one that remembers, and he goes on to have this like amazing career. So the premise for that movie had me right at the beginning because that's a unique concept.
You think he's going to be exposed?
Yeah, of course. I think that's the big thing at the end, I think, is that the things that looks like Paul and Ringo of show up. Perhaps, I don't know.
Yeah.
But they don't tell you. It's just the premise of the thing that he becomes. Yeah. Like, what would that be like if you were the only person in the world that remembers the Beatles?
Yeah.
But the funny thing when they say, it's the most beautiful song I've ever heard.
Yeah.
But the girl's friend's going, well, I mean, it's not Coldplay. It's not Fix You.
Yeah. But when we watched the movie in Toronto a couple of weeks ago, before they showed the movie, they showed this clip about all the Beatle pieces in all the different movies. Do you remember?
Oh, yes.
And maybe it was a pre-frame for the movie.
That could have been.
Yeah.
Yeah. But this was, what did we see in Toronto?
Booksmart.
Yeah, that's right.
Booksmart, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
Booksmart.
That was fun.
Yeah, which was cute.
Yeah.
That was well done too.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, so I saw that. I saw a movie in Toronto called Echo Canyon, which was a documentary about the music scene in Laurel Canyon in the 60s and 70s when everybody moved there. And so all these bands that were, that was like the epicenter of, the Beach Boys and Crosby, Stills and Nash and Neil Young and all these, Mamas and the Papas and all these bands that came through there.
Yeah.
And it was really, really well done. Yeah.
Have you seen Finding Sugarman?
Yes, that's old, but loved it too.
Yeah. People are going to hate me for this, but I just searched for it. And there's now this article about the whole movie, why they sort of framed him in a completely different way. And the guy who actually created the movie, he committed suicide because a lot of it wasn't really true.
Oh, really?
And he's Sugarman now. Like he's an addict for a long time, heroin addict, and like it's a super bad story.
Oh,
but they just like the movie. It was.
We love a feel good story.
Exactly. Yeah. I haven't watched the movie, and I wanted to watch the movie, but it's not on Netflix. It's funny. Like a lot of movies that were on Netflix are not on Netflix anymore. Like Supermensch, Shep Gordon is not on Netflix anymore.
Really?
And, yeah. Like here in Holland, which is.
That's funny.
We should go to Shep Gordon again.
Yes, that was awesome.
Yeah.
I like Shep.
Yeah.
That was that movie was fantastic.
Yeah.
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 I like everything about him. Mm-hmm. Just so much.
You sort of have the same vibe in a way. Yeah.
I mean, that's why I resonate with it so much.
Yeah.
That it's just that.
Yeah.
He's crystal clear. He's just got a great life. I mean, that's the funny thing, how long has he been in that house in Hawaii?
Yeah.
Like since the 70s,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And it's like, you go there and I mean, you know, aside from it being on the ocean and this amazing location and stuff, but it's a fairly modest house.
Yeah.
But you know,
If it didn't have the history, it wouldn't be that special. You know, it's a great house,
right?
But yeah,
But just the fact that that's like the consistency of it, that he's been there all that time, that that became the action central for Maui for everybody who's coming through there. But what a great! I learned so many lessons from that movie.
Yeah.
Coupons,
Yeah.
love and relationship, equity.
Yeah.
Something about it. Have you heard from him or done anything?
By email, we had some email exchange.
Okay,
and Danny, his friend, he came visit us last year here.
Okay.
So we went to buy and eat bitterballen.
Oh wow, nice.
He wants to build this bitterballen empire.
A bitterballen empire in the US.
Yeah. So he sees this franchise and So we went to the food hall. That's something here in Amsterdam where they have really good bitterballen.
Yeah.
So we should go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Joe Polish has kind of built a nice relationship with Alice Cooper.
Yeah, and with Danny as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of that could be a fun thing. We talked about doing a live interview with Shep at one of the with Shep and Alice at the annual event.
Yeah, that would be great.
Something like that.
Yeah.
That would be awesome.
Yeah. Who's somebody that you would love to meet?
Max Martin.
Oh, he's the producer?
Yeah, for sure. That's number one.
He's from Sweden?
On my list.
Sweden, right?
Sweden. Yeah. Max Martin, Rick Rubin.
Well, I was just thinking about Rick Rubin.
Yeah.
I was talking about you have the same vibe as Shep, sorta.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was thinking like, well, you definitely have the same vibe as Rick Rubin.
So, I was this close to having dinner with Rick Rubin a few years ago because my friend Neil Strauss is good friends with Rick Rubin. Sees him all the time, every day.
Yeah.
And in Malibu. And Neil has said that same thing to me, that we have the same energy, that same thing. And so he had arranged that we were going to have sushi at Katsuya with Rick one night. And then I think he was working with Aerosmith at the time, and they were working on stuff late, and it didn't work out. But I had invited Tim Ferriss to come to dinner. So I said to Tim, I asked Neil. I said, "Listen, I know Tim Ferriss really wants to meet you, but he'd love to meet Rick. Can I invite Tim?" And so Tim was up in San Francisco. I called him. I said, get on a plane and come down, and let's have dinner with Rick Rubin and Neil Strauss, because he never met Neil.
Yeah.
So I'm like, kind of like Shep, making my, doing relationship equity kind of stuff. So Tim came down, and but it didn't work out that we got to meet Rick, but he got to meet Neil, and they've become really good friends because of that. So that's kind of, I feel like, a nice matchmaker there.
And Tim did a great podcast with Rick Rubin.
Yes, exactly, because he's gotten to know him through Neil. Yeah, so it's like...
Interesting story as well, how he recreated his health.
Yes. Yeah. It is pretty interesting.
Yeah.
That whole... from resetting his whole, hormonal thing, getting out first thing in the morning and getting sun on your body. It's an interesting thing. But those two are on my list. Max Martin, Rick Rubin.
Yeah.
And it's funny how I look at that as to why I'm so attracted to the kind of what you might call behind the scenes kind of guys like that. But I
Yeah.
don't look at it like that so much as I look at it as they're idea guys,
Yeah.
really. That
Yeah.
they're, that's really the thing. That's what I look at,
Yeah.
what I am. And, I was sharing with you yesterday this idea of the scale ready algorithm. Those are words that I've really come to put on what I create, where if I can figure out how, like a direct response campaign that will get a result, once I've cracked the code on that's ready to now roll, that there's a difference between scaling something and getting something scale ready. And that's my goal. My joy is to crack the code and get something scale ready. And then I don't have any interest in scaling anything because there's absolutely nothing about scaling that appeals to me. It's definitely, the rewards of scaling are appealing to me, but um, the, in terms of the disciplined execution of a scale ready algorithm is what scaling is about. And where I'm more drawn is to the discovering the scale ready algorithm. And so I likened that to what, that's why I'm so attracted to somebody like Max Martin or Rick Rubin, who can be a catalyst within, with an artist who is then going to take that scale ready algorithm. A song is a scale ready algorithm, and they're going to take and run with it. And I think about, I just love the fact that if you take all the top people who've written number one songs in the world, the list goes Paul McCartney, John Lennon, Max Martin. And nobody would be able to pick Max Martin out of a lineup. He's a 50-year-old Swedish guy living in Sweden and Beverly Hills that just is in the studio cranking out the hits.
Yeah.
And as soon as he's done with one, he's back in the studio. Like, I just love that, he did, with Katy Perry, he's written basically all the songs that you hear on the radio over the last 20 years, right? They're all his. And so when he did, Katy Perry had 5 number ones on one album, and that she toured on that for 3 years.
Yeah.
And you look at the Taylor Swift, all of her number ones that she's had have been Max Martin songs, and her whole thing is 2 years of the cycle of the world tour, and meanwhile, he's back in the studio working with Justin Timberlake or working with Pink or whoever, Ariana Grande, and making more songs.
Yeah.
And that's just like, I find that joyful. That's the kind of thing where you get to stay in your bliss,
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. So that's it. I think it's a lot of that is the permission. I think, I was saying with Dan Sullivan that we all have clues, right, as to what your unique ability is, what the thing is that you're, maybe better than anybody at, or that you feel you're best at. And I think that the clue that you're on the right track is when it feels like, well, I can't possibly just get paid to do this.
Yeah.
That feels like that's the right thing.
Yeah.
That's the clue that you're on the right track.
Yeah. Look at Joe with Genius Network.
Yeah.
Like, he started Genius Network.
Yeah.
He would have done it for free.
Yes.
But somebody advised, no, you should charge $25K so you get good people and they're committed.
Yes.
Okay, let's do it. But he would do it for free.
Yeah, and did for
Yeah.
years. I
Yeah.
mean, we used to have these great meetings in Joe's office.
Yeah.
Uh,
When did you get into 25K?
so, I mean, I've been there since before 25K.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, it's like the whole thing. We used to do, in the 90s, we would do these mastermind meetings with all the guys that were doing info publishing.
Yeah.
That was the hot new thing back then. So all of us were, not getting together as anything other than peers, sharing the ideas of the stuff we were discovering and working on, sharing ideas and critiquing copy and helping brainstorming stuff with everybody.
Yeah.
And that would be what we would do.
Yeah.
And then Robin Robbins is the first one who suggested that he was thinking about putting a paid group together, and and he did it. And that was, I think, 25 people the first, and then kept growing from there.
Yeah.
And now it's up, hundreds.
Yeah.
And it's taken on a life of its own. But there's a thing where Joe, it's not coming to like learn from Joe. Joe's curating and connecting people to this genius network.
Yeah.
It's a great thing. It's right in his go zone.
Yeah. That's great.
He hasn't seen this yet. I did this as a surprise for him. We did a podcast called the Magic Rapport Formula.
Yeah, I remember.
You do?
Back in the days.
Yeah. So I shared with you my new capability here, my unicorn that does the visual notes. So I had her do that episode for us. So we've got all the visual notes from that episode all done. So I'm going to give that to Joe. But I think that, there's another example. This girl, Lacey, who does these notes, there's a perfect example that when we were talking about, the things that she does, one of them is she takes amazing visual notes, like with, drawings and illustrations and just perfect, like summary capsule notes. Yeah. And I met, she came to Breakthrough Blueprint as the marketing director for a company that I work with. And I was just amazed at her note-taking ability. It was great. But anyway, when I reconnected with her, to do some stuff for me, it was funny how her words about the visual note-taking were the things that hurt. She said, well, my ears perked up when you said that, because that if I could just do that, that would be my dream come true, is just to do visual notes. Yeah. And you can't believe that that's something that somebody would pay you for. And it's funny how, you avoid looking for opportunities to really do the thing that you would do for free because you think that can't be it, like that. Even that, for a lot of years, I kept thinking to myself that it can't just be the ideas. You got to actually like you got to do it and scale stuff, but I have no interest in that,
No, I told you next week, or no, this week, when we do the Breakthrough Blueprint, there will be a girl, Rachel Levy. And again, like her note-taking capabilities it's unbelievable.
Yeah.
You're going to love it.
Better than these.
I don't know if they're better, but
different. We have a note off.
Yeah.
But same kind of thing.
Yeah. And like really grasping the idea, and then within like minutes creating a great image. And for us as creators, we love that.
I do. I love it
is
more than anything.
the best present you can get when
Yeah.
somebody does something with your idea and
Yeah.
makes something of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the kind of thing when you look at, that's the value again of creating content
Yeah.
like that, of
Yeah.
creating content that is audio,
Yeah.
that, you've got, like, that's a derivative of the audio.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for this audio, then we wouldn't have that as an opportunity,
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So good.
I like it. So
Yeah.
I think Joe's going to love this.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny. Talk to me about your biggest insight throughout the year.
Yeah. So one of them was the really making marketing masterpieces.
Yeah.
That was a big one. I think that was the biggest one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Really focus on one thing where like, okay, this is going to change everything. And it's going to work for years. Also, one big insight was, taking more time off to work on that.
Yes.
And to take the time to think and digest, and that's been a big one.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's so easy to go, and to be busy. And also, I did a lot of internet fasting this year, so I was offline for a long period of time.
Mm-hmm.
That's also, like, it's such a game changer.
Mm-hmm.
Just really being off all the impulses.
Yes.
And
let's talk a little bit about that, because looking at you, you've melted away.
Yeah.
Certainly since the last time. So in addition to the internet fasting, it looks like you've been doing some intermittent fasting.
Yeah.
Or some, selective fasting.
Yeah. It's funny.
Let's talk a little bit about that, because we had a conversation about it a year ago.
Yeah.
And here you are.
Yeah. So I think a year ago in like 2 weeks, something like that. It's because I remember when we did the Breakthrough Blueprint last year, I just started, something clicked in my mind. And because I was 130 kilos, which is like 290 pounds or something, I think. And I was just heavy and tired and wasn't in a good place. And then halfway June last year, I woke up in the middle of the night and I was like, why can't I get to sleep? Like, what's wrong? Because my life is great, good family, good friends, business is doing great. Like, I'm feeling good. Like my life is really good, but I'm not feeling good.
Uh-huh.
And so I got this insight that, okay, it's probably a physical thing. Like, I'm physically out of balance, and that's why I can't sleep. And that was the first thought. Then the second thought was, and it sort of got triggered by Joel Weldon, also from Genius Network. At one of the Genius Network events, he started sharing about, like, 40 years ago, there was this guy on a plane sitting next to him who was, like, almost harassing him, like, yeah, you're unhealthy and you're drinking Coke and you're eating steak, and, like, why do you think you're tired? And
he said that to Joel?
Yeah.
And Joel was overweight? And
yeah, he was overweight, he was tired,
Okay.
like, he just came from a speaking gig, like, exhausted. And that was the moment for Joel that, and he explains it as in, I always thought 2 + 2 equals 5. And that was the moment something clicked, and I noticed, okay, that's not true. 2 + 2 equals 4. And once you see that 2 + 2 equals 4, you can't unsee it. Like, you
what
can't.
do you mean about reality? You mean that? Once you really saw that, the reality.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And he shared that he didn't had sugar for the last 40 years or something.
Wow.
And he haven't drinking anything else but water for the last 40 years. And,
really?
Yeah. And the whole group was like, wow, really?
Yeah.
And when I tell people what I did or what I'm doing, they'll be like, yeah, well, you can't sustain it, or it's going to be tough, or whatever. But when Joel shared it, I saw the result.
Because he's fit. And
the guy's like 78 or whatever. And and he's like doing water skiing a couple times a week, and he's speaking everywhere, and he's not just fit, but radiant.
Fit as a fiddle.
Yeah, exactly. And so I saw the accumulation of 40 years, nothing else but water. And I was like, that's interesting. But that was like 2 years ago. And sometimes, you get an insight, but it doesn't really click.
Right.
So a year ago, while I was awake, first thought was like, why can't I sleep? Second thought was, what would happen if for the rest of my life, I would never eat sugar anymore? And what would happen if for the rest of my life, I won't eat any bread and I would just drink water.
Yeah.
And so I made this rule for
That
myself.
Ain't living.
Yeah. That's what we thought. And so I made this rule. What if I would have the big six? The big six for me is like meat, fish, chicken, veggies, nuts, and eggs.
Okay.
And if I would just have that for the rest of my life, what would happen?
The big six.
Yeah. And so I was thinking,
I'm
like,
gonna write that down. Because that's some
it's easy.
Profound
Yeah.
wisdom right there. That's a wisdom bomb.
Yeah.
You should this. Yeah. We need a little audio bumper here. Wisdom bomb coming at you. The Big Six.
The Big Six. It's a good title for a book. The Big Six
it.
Diet.
The Big Six Diet.
It's just the keto, but I'll call it a Big Six. And so I envisioned, like, how would I feel in like a week? Oh, probably horrible, because my body will scream like, give me some sugar or give me some carbs. How would I feel in a month? Well, probably pretty good already. How would I feel in a year? How would I feel in 2 years? And then I started envisioning myself getting older and older, and seeing my kids and my grandkids. And I was like, wow, if I would just do this, if I would commit to this for the rest of my life, my whole life will change. And so I just made the commitment, like...
the cascading, you saw all that.
Yeah, I made the commitment. In my life, I will never have sugar anymore.
Wow.
In my life, I'll never have, certain types of foods that I was addicted to. And yeah, I just made that commitment. And I mean, I made that commitment. I made a commitment to get healthier a million times before. Every day. Every day I made the commitment, like, today I'm going to get healthier, or tomorrow I'm going to get healthier. Yeah, exactly.
No, tomorrow.
Yeah,
starting on Monday.
Yeah. Now I'm going to eat.
Starting on Monday.
Yeah.
That's another thing that you realize there's only now or not now.
True.
And anytime, no matter what, Monday, beginning of the month, next week, any of that stuff, it's a very clever way that our present Eelco tries to trick future Eelco.
Yeah. So it's just really the decision, like, okay, never again, instead of once in a while. Because I'll know if I'll have a donut right now, I'll be 60 pounds heavier in 2 months.
The Big Six Diet. 1, meat. 2, fish. 3, veggies.
Chicken.
4, veggies. 5, fruit. No fruit. You're mad at fruit. Yeah, you're mad at fruit.
Yeah.
5 is nuts.
Yep.
And number 6 is eggs.
Yep.
So the Big Six: meat, fish, chicken, veggies, nuts, and eggs. And no fruit.
No fruit.
You sure about the fruit?
Yep.
You're mad at fruit.
I'm not mad at fruit, but I'm addicted. I know that because
it's a gateway to Krispy Kremes.
It is. And so I'm not saying. So a lot of health experts would tell me, like, but you need some fruit, or you should have some dairy, or whatever it is. But for me, I made the decision, I want to have the foods that are not stimulating me.
Mm-hmm.
And fruit, I know I would eat a lot of bananas and apples and oranges because it's sugar. There's sugar in it. And so fruit is not bad, but what it does to me, I'm just addicted to the whole feeling of, like, the highs of, for example, sugar, or the saturating effect when you have a coffee.
Just so I'm clear on no fruit.
No fruit, zero.
No fruit.
Yeah. I know that's tough.
I know, that's so bad.
Yeah. And I'll have some supplements, to
Well, that changes everything. What kind of supplements? It's all chemicals.
Yeah, magnesium, multi, and fish oil. That's what I take. So I went from, let's say, when it comes to health, last year I was a 3 out of 10, I think, 2 out of 10, 3 out of 10. Now I'm at 7.5 out of 10. So there's some improvements to make, but I'm not worried about that. I mean, I lost like almost all of my excessive weight, and
50 pounds.
Yeah, 55 pounds.
That you looks like a preteen Swedish boy.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean that's.
And so in the whole year, no struggle, no pain, no discipline, no. I just don't see it anymore. It's just not there anymore. I have zero. I could, like, for example, be super hungry and there's chocolate or chips or all the things that are, and it's not even an option. So it's the whole 100% idea.
So what about the incidental sugar in some of the
it happens.
Sauces or something with meat?
It happens.
Yeah.
But if I don't do it, if it's there, it's there. But I won't order it.
I gotcha.
So I mean, I've had plenty of sugar probably last year. I'll eat a lot of chicken wings.
Yeah, that's
so I'll order chicken wings, and then there's like chili sauce or whatever.
Right.
Well, it's filled with sugar.
Yeah.
But yeah, whatever, Or I'll order spare ribs, and they'll do barbecue sauce and stuff. I wouldn't order the barbecue sauce.
Right.
But if it's on top, I'll just eat it.
Yes.
But it's just like, yeah, I don't even think about that.
Okay.
And or when you have, for example, like we had breakfast this morning.
Yes.
And I eat a lot of eggs.
Yes.
And when they have the scrambled eggs, I know like this is not pure scrambled eggs. There's probably cheese or whatever in it, because it's different. Yeah. It's different moisture.
Right, exactly.
And I'm not that anal about it.
Right.
And I might become that anal about it in the future. But right now it's like, no.
It's working right now.
Yeah. And again, it's so I've been just really, I'm 39 next week, and or no, in 2 days. And
you know what? It's all downhill.
Yeah. And from till my 38th birthday, I was struggling with food, and from my 38th birthday to now, no more struggles, and that's been the biggest game changer. So, and it's a silent struggle. It's a silent addiction, and a lot of people suffer from it. And it's the same way. I mean, Joe's been an addict for a long time with a drug. Been a drug addict for a long time. If you would tell Joe, like, you know what? You got to enjoy life a little bit, man. Just do one snort of cocaine a month.
Yeah, just one.
Just one.
A little bit.
Come on,
It's your birthday.
Do a microdose.
It's your birthday.
Yeah. Just enjoy,
You're gonna make me do this on my own.
Yeah. And you're smart,
not
man. You're a successful entrepreneur. You're smart now.
Have a birthday bump with me.
Yeah. And I know, like, I'm just, and I didn't know that in the beginning, but after a month, 2 months, I was like, I'm just addicted.
A sugar addict.
I like addicted to
food.
Food that gives a certain feeling. And that's why I don't do the fruit, because I know the fruit gives me a certain feeling. And when it gives a certain feeling, I'm like, I'm getting addicted to it. So same with coffee, for example. I think coffee is fine. I think coffee is not bad for you. It actually has a lot of health benefits. But I knew, like, I'm craving coffee because it gives me a certain feeling. So I cut out the coffee as well. It's just, I just want to get off of the whole addicted feeling towards certain foods, and that's been the big game changer. Not feeling dependent on anymore on food.
Right.
And, so that's been a game. Like, of course, like, lost a lot of weight. I think I lost most of the weight in like 4 months, and after that it was really slow.
Yeah.
But no more.
It's stabilized. Yeah.
Yeah. No more inflammation.
Right.
Sleep much better.
You just feel better all around. Yeah.
I'm comfortable on stage now.
Yeah.
You feel better ideas, not anxious anymore. It's just different.
Right.
And so that's, if we talk about game change from last year, and I remember with Breakthrough Blueprint last year, I had a big bottle, like what I have right here, green smoothie. This is my power drink. Like, this is like, this helps. This is just gives me everything. And but something already clicked.
Did Seb make that here for you, or do you?
No, my wife just brought it.
She brought it.
Yeah, and but something clicked last year around June 14th, and we had the Breakthrough Blueprint 2-3 weeks after. I was in the middle of because the first couple of weeks here, like, it's tough, detoxing.
Yeah.
But I was drinking the shakes, but I was still like 300 pounds or 290. And but because it clicked, I already felt healthy, and I already knew like, yeah, I'm gonna get healthy.
Yeah.
And that's also something that I envisioned. Like, what will this do to my body? And I wasn't thinking about losing weight. I was thinking about how can I restore all the organs and like the liver and the gut and all that stuff. And when you connect with that, you think differently about food as well. And so that was on my mind the first couple of months as well. I kind of lost that thought the last couple of months. So I want to get back to that, like really almost meditating on what happens when you put certain foods in your body and what happens to like...
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I feel like a 7.5 out of 10 and the goal for the next year, because now I see the value of a year, like what a year can do. I'm like, yeah, if I can get like to an 8 or a 9 out of 10 next year, that'll be dope. That'll be cool. So, but the whole, you know, everybody. I saw this great post from Charles Poliquin, who passed last year, or maybe this year. And it was about advice, and that most advice is good for most people, but some advice is horrible for great people or certain people. And for me, like, if the advice you get when it comes to health, it's always, you need balance, you need like enjoy once in a while, everything with moderation, all that stuff. And for me, that's the worst advice ever. And I think for 90% of the people, it could be great advice, good advice. For me, it's the worst advice ever.
That was, funny, because the popular wisdom of having a cheat day.
Oh man,
just have your cheat day on Saturday.
It'll destroy my life again.
It's an interesting. It's like JJ Virgin. She says that's like saying to an alcoholic, and after your first 6 days of being sober,
get drunk.
Just go ahead and reward yourself with
it's so true.
Cheat day. I'll go on a bender for a Saturday night.
It's so true.
And then you can start right back on Sunday.
Yeah, it's so true. I don't know, man. I think it will work for a short period of time, but you can't sustain it. If you do a cheat day every week,
right,
or even every
then
2,
you start to think. I know exactly what happens, because you start to think. This is why one of the things we talked about over the course of the year here, this idea of 100% is easier than 99%, and
it's the best quote ever.
Yeah,
I live by that quote.
And that's really the thing, because as soon as you allow room for that, like if you have a cheat day or cheat meal, that if you allow Saturday night, you blow out, do pizza or whatever else, and then by Monday you're back and you're on track and you have nothing really happened.
Yeah.
You're like, okay, yeah, that's great. See, I can handle that. Nothing happened there. And then you're looking forward to Saturday as your cheat day instead of this cheat meal. It's cheat day. Yeah. That should be fine.
And then you go on a holiday for 2 weeks.
And then,
I'm on a holiday.
Exactly. Or nothing happened. And then maybe just on Wednesday, hump day, I'll add something. I'll have a little something on hump day, and that should be fine. And you start to realize, then you're negotiating, and slowly it's wedging its way.
And next thing you know, you'll be having sex with a goat.
That's 1, 2, 3. Then you're having sex with a goat.
That's what Joe Polish said. When we were on Necker, I was like, "Yeah, you want some chips?" Nah. Next thing you know, you'll be having sex with a goat. Like, yeah, it's so true.
That is pretty funny.
But yeah. So the 100%,
but funny.
Yeah. So the 100% idea. That's the whole thing. Like, there's a devil. And what are you going to do? You're going to let him get in? Yeah, let's get him in, and he'll destroy everything.
Yeah.
So I just don't let the devil in anymore.
Right.
And I just know, like, this is for life. This is for life, and it's not a big deal. People make it a big deal, and I didn't, for the first 3 months. I didn't tell anybody. I didn't tell anybody that I was going to go forever.
Right.
And people started noticing after a couple of months, like, hey, you look better, and you're losing weight, and you're drinking the smoothies and stuff. But I was eating healthy. I was always aware of eating healthy. I just messed up every day. So I drank my smoothies or had my steak or whatever, but I just messed up every day, or most of the days. And it wasn't knowledge, because I knew exactly what I had to do. And And so I didn't tell anybody. And oftentimes when you go do something like that, people say like, yeah, you need to tell other people, you need accountability partners, all that stuff. And for some people that might work as well. For me, it was more powerful to keep it to myself. I didn't tell my wife. I told nobody. And until 100, 120 days or whatever, and I started sharing with people.
You're on your way.
Yeah, so yeah, that's it's been a big game changer. And for me, I also feel that this is something that I spoke about. I did a big event last weekend, 2 days ago, and this was also a topic that I spoke about. Not the weight loss, but the whole idea of 100%.
Yes.
Like, what's the one thing that if you could fix that in your life, would be the domino effect for so many other things.
Right.
And if you could identify that one thing and make the decision, okay, never again. Mm-hmm. So there's one guy who stood up and he's like, yeah, I want to eat healthier as well, and I'm drinking too much, and like 3 or 4 things. So yeah, good luck. It's not gonna work. You're not gonna stop this and this and this and this and this. And so he wanted to get a little healthier, eat better, and stop the drinking. And I was like, how much do you drink? Well, not that often, a couple of times a week, but you know, from 0 to 1, that's a big leap. But from 1 to 8, that's easy. 1 to 8 beers, you know. And I told him, well, we spoke about it, and I was like, what would happen if you forget about the food for next year? Like, forget about it, just do what you want to do, but you skip the drinking. What would happen? And he was like, yeah, well, and in a year you'll be a different person.
Yeah,
it might not be a huge game, but it will be a game changer.
Right.
And I was like, okay, but also what would be tough? Like, let's not kid ourselves here. Like, also be real. Like, what's going to be tough? Well, social pressure. Okay. Yeah. And then ask yourself the question, could you handle that social pressure? Are you stronger than that? Yes or no? And if the answer is yes, well, go ahead, stop the drinking. And also, like, what would happen if you stop drinking for the rest of your life? Because that's the whole thing. We stop drinking for a month, or we make the commitment, okay, next 6 months I'm going to stop drinking or whatever. But then again, you keep the door open for the devil, and just don't let it in. Never again. Just never open it again. And that's the whole. So I feel that I would love to help people with this as well in the future. And again, not just about food, but the whole concept of 100% and for life. And
what's been the hardest thing for you?
Nothing.
Nothing's been hard about it.
Nothing.
What do you think is the so you've never what were the things that were like the biggest triggers for you, or how do you what kind of strategy did you use to get through that first 100 days, whatever that was?
Yeah, for me it was like the first 30 days.
Okay, 30 days. So
I was 290 pounds and unhealthy, and when you're like that, you need, I think you need like 30-40 days to go through it. I knew, okay, I'm going to change forever. So, and I also decided it's going to be easy. But I also knew that it's going to be sort of hard in the first couple of weeks because your body, it's just a physical thing. So I knew, I really made the conscious decision, everything that's going to happen in the next 30 days is a physical thing. And don't listen to yourself, because you're going to lie to yourself. All the thoughts that you will get in the next 30 days, not all of them, but most of them, they're just not true, because your body is lying to you right now because it's detoxing. And so what I did, I made the decision to walk every day. So I was like, if I'm really tired, like super tired, I'll sleep because I had my dip every day around 1 to 3 p.m., 1 to 3 p.m. That's when I got the dip. So I got super tired. And I did one of the two things. Or I went for a walk, just fresh air, and or I went for a nap. And or I just survived. I was like, okay, it's just another day. Because you got to go through these first 20-30 days. And acknowledging, like, that this is physically is going to be tough. So that was every day the dip. Then in the first 2 weeks, every other night I couldn't sleep. So one night I could sleep and the other night I couldn't sleep, which is messing with you as well, big time. But I saw it as a journey. I was like, okay, I can't sleep. Why can't I sleep? And that's how I found out about the smoothies. I couldn't sleep. I was like, why can't I sleep? I went to Google sleep combined with no carbs and no sugar. And I'm not an expert, but what I saw is that when you cut out sugars and carbs and all that stuff completely, when you sort of go keto, the body doesn't produce as much serotonin. And serotonin, if it doesn't produce as much serotonin, it doesn't make melatonin.
Melatonin, right.
And when you don't create melatonin, you can't sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was like, okay, let's look at this. Let's look at this whole journey.
Yeah.
And what can I learn from this? Okay. And then I was like, which foods increase serotonin? And I found a couple of seeds.
Yeah.
I found like spinach, like all these things, and went to the supermarket super tired because I didn't sleep.
Yeah.
But I went to the supermarket, bought all that stuff, created a smoothie, and I've been drinking that smoothie ever since because during the day.
Okay.
And it's a healthy smoothie. It's like spinach and broccoli and cucumber, protein, cacao powder, chia seed, pumpkin seed, 2 other seeds, I think, avocado. And it's just a really good, but it increases serotonin, which increases melatonin, which made me sleep. Like literally like 2 days after I started drinking the smoothie, I started sleeping. I was like, wow. Yeah. And so that helped.
Yes.
So I just saw it as a journey.
Yeah.
And the first 20, 30 days, physically it was hard, but mentally I was like, yo, this is supposed to happen.
So do you have a system for the eating part? Like, do you eat at home? Do you eat out? Do you
everything? I've been traveling.
All of it.
I think for the last 12 months, I've been traveling for 5 months total.
Yeah.
And I this morning I had a big breakfast. I ate eggs, I had bacon, I had sausage, I had nuts, I had seeds. Like I have all that stuff.
Yeah.
I eat a lot of, like I ate more steak than I ever have in my life. I eat spares, I eat chicken wings, I eat like just those 6 things, and I have no system.
Right.
And the only system is those 6 things.
And you can get them on basically any menu.
Yeah, I mean, all menus.
No matter where you go.
Every restaurant has or chicken or
if
fish.
They don't have
or
food.
Meat. Yeah.
They don't have,
Yeah. So I
need meat, fish, chicken, veggies, nuts, or eggs. If they don't have that, what are they doing?
Yeah, exactly. So it's all I eat hamburgers, I eat all that stuff. And the first 10 months I ate a lot of meat, and now I feel like I need to cut down a little bit on the meat, and now I eat more fish. But it's
that's funny. There's a restaurant in the U.S. called Arby's, and they're a meat restaurant, like a McDonald's alternative kind of thing. Arby's.
Okay.
But their advertising statement is, "We have the meats," right? Like it's the meat place.
Yeah.
And so everybody's talking about going to a plant-based diet, right? Plant-based vegetable diet. Well, they're coming out with meat-based vegetables. So they have carrots like that are made from meat.
That's so funny.
Meat-based vegetables. It's so like they're talking about knowing your audience, though, right? Like they're exactly the the kind of person who's they're not gonna get sucked into a plant-based vegetable diet. Yeah. Meat-based vegetables.
Yeah. Also, I never counted calories.
No, you don't worry about that. You just
zero.
When you're either hungry or you're
I'm eating.
And I guess because you're doing all those things and you don't feel bloated, you don't feel and the combinations of the vegetables. And what about like potatoes and
no?
Oh, see, now that's a vegetable though. You got that in there, and
it's a carb.
So now you're but you didn't mention that.
No vegetables.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'd also no vegetables, no potatoes.
No potatoes.
Of course, we do vegetables.
Yeah.
But it's my personal rule.
Right.
And no, it's carbs.
Rice.
Nope.
No rice.
Nope.
No
pasta. No carbs.
Right.
And of course, there's carbs in like spinach and stuff.
Yeah,
but like you got
not
carbs.
Bad carbs.
Yeah.
Right.
So
your boy John Reese is a potato lover. He's a potatoes only.
Yeah.
Kind of guy. That's his big.
I'm not saying potato. I think potatoes are great. I think
that's what Penn Gillette from Penn and Teller when he lost 100 and something pounds. I spoke at Dan Kennedy's super conference, and Penn Gillette was speaking there, and I had never met him, but I saw him at this event. It was the first time, but I'd always seen him on TV, and it was right on the heels. He had just literally lost 120 pounds or something, but he did it. Started out just potatoes.
Yeah.
Nothing but potatoes. Yeah. And the thing was, more importantly than that there's any magic about potatoes, was breaking the addiction to food that you realize, okay, we're just doing a reset pattern here.
Yeah. So it's I'm not anti certain foods.
Right.
I'm like, my wife is eating yogurt with her. I'm like, yeah, well, I'm not eating it, but I'm not saying that's bad for you. But for me, it just, I cut it out.
Yeah. How do you mean with the kids in the house? There's bound to be Oreos or some.
No problem. Like I can literally.
Doesn't matter.
It's the moment I made the decision, I don't see it anymore. Like
Isn't it funny how we don't? Yeah, it doesn't require any discipline to not eat rocks.
No, exactly.
Yeah. Because we don't even register that as food.
Yeah.
It doesn't take any discipline to not eat this bottle.
No.
Or if this was full of windshield wiper fluid, I would feel no compulsion to drink it.
We went to Italy, like a couple weeks after I made the decision. And it was an all-inclusive hotel, high end, and like
pasta,
the buffets, like, and then the dessert. Like it was like the most beautiful thing you ever saw. But I didn't see it. It wasn't on my radar. I saw it, like it's not that I didn't see it, but I had zero cravings, or it's just not an option. You just don't do it.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and so it's the whole 100% a day for the rest of your life.
Yeah,
it set me free, and. Yeah, again, this works for anything. Like this works for food. This works for internet addiction. This works for anything. Like there's if you're addicted to porn or whatever, like you can't do it once a week or just never do it again.
Same.
Yeah, with everything.
Cheat day.
Yeah, cheat day. Yeah.
Saturday.
So it's with everything, and I never thought about it that way until I thought about it that way, and it changed everything. And I've had people come up to me who stopped drinking, stopped smoking, and I don't know how to stop smoking. I never smoked in my life. But because they heard this story, like, okay, yeah, well, this is what it is. And,
it's interesting because Tony Robbins always says that change is instant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I never really believed. I was like,
Yeah.
Until I experienced it. I was like, wow, okay.
Change is instant.
Yeah.
It's in the moment when you decide.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you have to decide for yourself. Like, because I talked about this at my event, and I told them, like, don't decide right now. I mean, you're now high on this event. You're like, oh yeah, I can do this. Understand this idea and do it whenever you're ready. When you're ready, make the decision. But when it's extrinsic, it's not gonna work. It's got to be your decision.
Yeah.
And make the decision whenever you're ready. And I mean, you can do it now or in 2 months, 3 months, 5 months, whatever. But make the decision to never again if you're addicted. Yeah. If you know, like, I'm addicted, okay, never again.
Yeah.
And you think you miss out on so much stuff, but you miss out on nothing. It's the same if you go off, I don't know, Facebook or whatever. You're like, I'm missing out on a lot. No, you figure out after a couple of days that not really.
Yeah.
You get your best friends are on your phone.
Right.
And
I look at that. That's something that I've been observing a lot lately, is just the frequency of stuff. Realizing that back, 25 years ago, you got the frequency of stuff was getting the mail once a day, and you'd see the news or whatever, the newspapers and the magazines and stuff. That was your outlet or your intake to stuff.
Yeah.
And I just recently read that, and we did the calculations on it, that in every hour or every minute of every day right now, there are 300 hours of video uploaded to YouTube right now, every minute.
300 hours?
300 hours a minute.
Maybe even more.
Times 60. Yeah.
Yeah.
So 18,000 hours per hour.
I think more.
Times 24. 432,000 hours of video.
Yeah.
Divided by a 2,000 hour work year, 40 hours a week, 50 weeks a year. It would take you 216 full work weeks nonstop to watch one day's worth of video that's posted up on YouTube. And so you start to realize we're beyond the point where we can keep up. There's no hope for keeping up.
Impossible.
And I think we're getting, but we're still trying. I mean, that's why there's novelty and there's new, like there's new stuff.
Yeah.
There's, that's why, and Facebook goes to great lengths to make sure that there's novelty, that you're getting the dopamine. It's like the slot machines. Yeah. When you press your updates, and let's see, are there new people, new updates going on here?
Yeah.
And it's a fresh squirts of dopamine.
Yeah.
And you keep coming back and keep recycling.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. So to artificially put yourself in a position where it only comes once a day, it's like pushing the pause button.
Yeah.
It's like this.
And it slows down time.
Yeah.
You get so much more time.
Yeah. So what do you do with all your time now? So you wake up, you don't have any, like used to be, check the phone constantly.
Yeah.
How often were you checking stuff or being on consuming?
Well, if I had access all the time.
Yeah.
The first second you get bored, you check your phone. Mm-hmm. You don't I was never bored anymore.
And then 2 hours later.
Yeah. Or just consistently. Yeah. And whenever there's a moment, you check it. Like it's almost impossible not to check it.
Right.
And so that's
that is really interesting that our minds, I think I was sharing with you that's one realization, that our brains use 100% of our time.
All the time.
Our attention is engaged 100% of the time that we're awake.
Yeah.
And we're so we're afraid of not being engaged in something, like I was mentioning, I've started when I get in the car, not turning on the radio or a podcast or anything, and just driving the 10 minutes to Starbucks with nothing.
I mean, how much more information do we need to do what we need to do?
There's simple swaps though, like that.
Yeah.
I think that as a exercise of swapping out listening to podcasts or listening to the radio for just listening to your thoughts.
Yeah.
And then instead of watching another episode of Shark Tank on reruns, is take that hour and have an episode of Think Tank yourself.
Yeah.
And that's like such an amazing thing, I've said, I consciously in my my schedule set aside 3 or 4 sessions a week of just thinking.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
that's it.
Like labeled that for a 50-minute focus finder. 50-minute time frame.
I did an interview with Keith Cunningham last week. 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And,
I didn't realize, but he's big on thinking time.
In his book, it has over 700 thinking time questions.
Okay, that's great. I didn't know that.
And I mean, he built his whole business and everything around thinking time.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, it's great. It's really great.
That's great. I need to read it then.
Yeah, it's like his book, The Road Less Stupid, is one of the best books ever.
Oh, that's great.
I ordered 100 copies.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah, so good. And like I think he's one of the best business thinkers of all time.
Yeah.
And one of the best business teachers as well.
Where does he live?
Austin.
Oh, he's in Texas.
Yeah.
Okay.
He was at Genius Network the last time, and he'll be at the annual event as well.
Yeah. Oh, that's great.
Yeah. No, he's extraordinary.
Yeah.
It's
Now, did he come to Jabe or to Tony Robbins' Business Mastery? Is that?
Yeah, he teaches at the Business Mastery.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
So now that's the same guy.
Got
it.
Oh, we have him. Oh, great, nice.
I got 100.
I got a message that they were stalled at Schiphol, but
They were at neighbors.
oh, nice.
Oh, look at this! You manifested them.
Yeah, we just Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was at Business Mastery like 5 years ago, and he was talking about accounting, which is like the most boring topic ever.
Yeah.
But like in 4 hours, things will you help? Thanks. Sebastian's getting scary with a knife.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Get it off. Over there.
Yeah. But he taught accounting for 4 hours, and there were people in the audience who were accountants, and they said, "Yeah, I've been studying this topic for like 4 years, and I learned more in these 4 hours than in these 4 years."
Wow.
Yeah, the guy is brilliant. I went to his 4-day MBA a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
In Austin. He's just super prolific and great teacher. So much wisdom, and all based from real experience.
Right on.
And I think one of the secrets that he almost never talks about, is that the whole book Rich Dad Poor Dad is based on him.
Oh, he's the rich dad.
He's the rich dad, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's I'm big like one of the best thinkers I know.
Yeah.
Nice.
But he doesn't seem to be old enough to be Kiyosaki's rich dad.
I think he's in his 70s.
Okay.
Yeah. Here. You get a signed copy.
Oh, wow. Look at that.
Here you are.
Oh.
And, like, look at the thinking time. Just pull out one thinking time question.
One thinking time question. Let's have a thinking time question.
And we'll answer
Advice from the chairman of the board. Okay. So as I just scroll through thinking time.
Yeah.
Oh,
what's the question?
These. Okay. Where are we relying on the story and not the facts? I'll read 3 and we'll pick one. Where are we relying on the story and not the facts? What solution have we created that is not working because we don't have the skill set, experience, or bandwidth to successfully execute? That's a good one. What opportunities in front of me require additional knowledge or new skills? Oh, I see. So there's hundreds of questions in here.
700, right? Over 700.
Yeah.
And every question, you could think about it for 30 minutes to 50 minutes.
What decisions have I been postponing in the irrational hope that the problem will somehow resolve itself?
Yeah. It's so good.
That's
like if you just ask that question to yourself.
Honestly ask yourself that question.
And think about it for 20, 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Imagine the wisdom you come up with. It's really good. It's a great book.
I love it. Well, thank you. This is awesome.
Yeah.
I like...
He autographed all of them.
The discipline of thinking time.
Yeah.
So this is great. I've already got the thinking time.
Yeah.
So now it would be good to have the thinking questions.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
The road less stupid.
Yeah. Cool, man. Any last words of wisdom?
Let's see. This, man, it's so funny. How long have we been talking? Because we could keep talking forever. This is...
I think for a while.
Yeah, it's funny.
Let me check.
We're going Joe Rogan style here.
90 minutes?
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Something like that.
Well, that'd be... I'm sure we'll do another session.
Yeah.
But that's all good stuff.
Yeah.
I love to catch up.
We could increase the periodic podcast to like a quarterly podcast or whatever. But or stick to this plan.
We could.
Bonus episodes.
Yeah, or we do bonus episodes while we're here, but we only record them in the time that they're here.
Yeah, exactly.
That's funny.
Yeah,
because we can talk about some more stuff. Or maybe we got some special guests
that's a good idea.
too, right?
Yeah.
That might be a good thing.
Yeah. Cool, man.
Okay, let's get some meat or fish.
Or chicken.
Or chicken.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
But none of that sugar.
No.
Okay. And there we have it. Another great episode. Thanks for listening in. If you want to continue the conversation, we'll go deeper in how the 8 profit activators can apply to your business. 2 things you can do. Right now, you can go to morecheeselesswhiskers.com and you can download a copy of the More Cheese Less Whiskers book. And you can listen to the back episodes, of course, if you're just listening here on iTunes. Secondly, the thing that we talk about in applying all of the 8 profit activators are part of the breakthrough DNA process. And you can download a book and a scorecard and watch a video all about the 8 profit activators at breakthroughdna.com. And that's a great place to start the journey in applying this scientific approach to growing your business. That's really the way we think about Breakthrough DNA as an operating system that you can overlay on your existing business and immediately look for insights there. So that's it for this week. Have a great week, and we will be back next time with another episode of More Cheese, Less Whiskers.